Okay, so this is the latest update on the game. So what is new? I'll try to remember everything here. So the first obvious thing is I have an actual menu system here on the title screen. Before, if you look at the previous videos, all you could do is really start the game, but right now I just put in a little options to choose between using WASD to control the character or the arrow keys. It just gives a little flexibility in the control system, plus I learned how to actually create the menu system, which is good. And so instead of hitting, you can hit space, but you actually have to select start game and start it. You can also quit the game from this menu. So I'm just going to leave it at arrow keys for now, and I'm not going to play through the entire game again. I'm just going to show you the changes. So I'm going to start the game. Right. So first, I think this level is basically the same, but you can see now in the upper left hand corner, there's a bar. I actually created a little life bar so you don't die in one hit anymore. You actually have to work down your life bar. So if I go into this cave, as you can see, the life bar is just dropping a little bit at a time, and I can define, how much each creature takes off your life or whatever you run into, like spikes or whatever. So that's easy for me to define. Just take it off the screen for now. Secondly, you can now, I now have the ability to actually put a portrait up with the dialogue messages. I can, or I don't have to, but I can. So now you can see a more detailed view of Crash. I could technically put frames of animation into the portrait too, so it looks like he's talking or something. And okay, I think there's nothing really new on the first level, so I'm going to go to level 2. Okay, so I also fixed up the scrolling system a little bit. It might be subtle to see here, but the camera doesn't instantly follow you. It actually lets you walk a little bit, and then it sort of trails behind you a little bit, and then when you turn direction or something, it actually slowly catches up to you, but it only will go slow to a certain point, and it'll follow you full speed, so it kind of just adds a little bit of fluidity to the game. You can just look back at the previous videos to see what the scrolling was like before. Basically, you were always jammed in the center of the screen and it followed you around, so it was a little harsh. As you can see, I put a guy up here that kind of gives you a hint that there might be another door. And I'm trying to put more non-player characters in here that you can talk to that will give you hints and those kinds of things. Oh, and you can see in the background too now in all the levels I have my own mounts now, so I'm not using clip art, so that's one less thing I have to worry about. As far as using someone else's stuff, is the mountain backgrounds. I'm going to put little snow caps on them. And that's what I'm doing with this level. Same side messages and all that. And I also made it so that the mountains turn red, kind of give the impression of a sunset. And I also took Devon's trees, as you can see at the bottom, and I kind of created a ground at the bottom of the screen with all the Devon's trees in there. This is basically the same. Alright, so I'm gonna go. What was the next thing I was going to show you? Should have wrote all this down actually, because there are some more changes. Here I'll go. Actually, I made the ability to shake the screen, so I basically had to build my own camera following system and not use the built-in Game Maker one. It was the only way I could figure out how to shake the screen and stay with you. I actually put a little keyboard shortcut so you can see what a screen shake might look like. So like on the rock, I have keyboard shortcuts, but you can see now the rocks, when they hit the ground, they can shake the screen. I made this a little easier because it was almost impossible before. It doesn't quite ramp up in difficulty so fast anymore. If you can dodge 100 of these, you'll get a token. And it's a little easier now too if a rock hits you. You can see it just takes a little bit of light away. It doesn't just kill you instantly. I think that makes the game a little easier than what I might actually make it. Let's see. There's the coin that we can make it over there without getting hit by one more rock. Whoa, okay. anyway, you get the point. Alright. So, that's right here. Okay, so at the end now I made a new village. It has more of kind of an RPG type of element. There's no enemies in here, but there are people to talk to. As you can see, it's snowing out. I made a little snowing object, and the snow will pick up as you kind of cruise through the level. But you know, there's more people to talk to, and they give you kind of tell you about what's coming up, like the volcano and Great Chasm. I have those slightly built, but not fully at this point. And you can actually enter a few houses. And you know, you can see I keep the snow effect going in the background through the windows. The scale is way off, but you know, I can work on this.
Hello.
And Todd here will give you a note because he wants you to cross the chasm and give his girlfriend a letter. And there you go. And actually, another thing is if you can continue to talk to people by hitting the up key now. And so now he's moved on to his next message because you've already taken his note. As you can see. I'll leave, and you can see I pop out at the house. I don't go back to the beginning of the level. I figured out how to set the persistence on demand so that it will pick up where it left off when you go room to room. Okay, so she tells you about this guy Laszlo. I figure he'll be a part of it, but this house is not active yet, or I don't know if I'll make it active, but it's not active yet. You can see the snow picks up as you walk through. I might add another layer of snow in the background just to give it another dimension. And here's Laszlo. Devin drew Laszlo for me. I haven't quite done him justice yet in the game.
Hello.
As you see, his little portrait pops up. I'm going to make it a little bigger. He's a game master. If you step up to the table, you can play a game with him. Right now, there's no game yet. I think this is going to be Mastermind or something. But for now, and again, you can walk up to him again if you want to reread the dialogue. You just hit the up key on the keyboard. The first time you walk up to somebody, it just pops up automatically. You can hit the up key the second time to, or as many times as you want to. You can also cancel the message before he's done by hitting space or enter. Okay. So now if you walk to the end, I think this is as strong as the snowstorm gets. But after this, there's going to be a mountain pass, and then you're going to have to go up the volcano, and I think there'll be falling rocks or something that you have to dodge. Like maybe you'll use my screen shake effect. So let me go back to... Oh, and you can see actually there's also a pause screen now too. And on the pause screen, you know, you can go in and do the same thing, set the control scheme, you know, mid-game if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Well, actually, I'll show you. If you select WASD or WASD, it represents that on the screen here, just to remind you of what control scheme you're using. And now that's what you use. I'm just going to set it back because I'm used to this. I should quit. No, I won't want to quit. I'm just going to escape. Resume. Okay, so in the control scheme too, you can see right now, let me just go, if you jab the space, you do a little jump. And you can see, like, if I go to this house, you do a little jump, you tend to make it to the top of the doorway. It's still a pretty big jump. But if you hold it down, now you do a big jump, so now you can have more precise jumps. You can also now control in midair. I'm not positive I'm going to keep all these control scheme elements the way they are, but that's the way I'm using now. It makes the game a little easier, but it makes the control more fluid. So, I don't know, I've been playing it that way for the time being. I think that's all the stuff I've added so far. I've made some optimizations as far as the way the surfaces work in the level, that it gets dark out and everything, so the game shouldn't use as much resources, but it's not something I really need to demo. So that's it for now, and I'll have another update soon. Maybe I'll put this up as an executable and email you guys. Anyway, until next time.